Permanent Christmas lights are the latest home technology craze since the invention of the LED. The idea is simple. Install your lights once and stay off the ladder for years to come. And they're not just for Christmas. You can celebrate every holiday, birthday, even football games with bright, colorful lights that are guaranteed to bring smiles. And when you're not celebrating, they can be used as accent lighting or improve your home security. But there are lots of options out there, and it can be overwhelming at first. In this video, I boiled down months of research to help you understand the landscape of permanent holiday lighting. Plus, I'll give you an idea of the pricing and my recommendations. All my research is captured in a Google spreadsheet that I'll share with you for free. You'll find a link for more information in the video description. HandyDadTV is a DIY channel, so I'm going to focus on solutions that you can install yourself. However, I've included a few professionally installed brands like Jellyfish, Gemstone, and Trimlight in my list because they're all excellent, but I don't have pricing information because they're by quote only. With a professional installation, you can expect you're going to get high-quality lights enclosed in channels or tracks that match the color of your house. They'll drill into soffits or attics to hide wires for the controller as well as power injection. Plus, you'll get a warranty and someone to call for support if anything goes wrong. With a DIY installation, you can choose to install pro-level materials, or use an off-the-shelf kit, or do a completely custom solution with generic materials from AliExpress. You'll save a lot of money, but you're on your own when it comes to support. When considering permanent lighting, you can choose from 3 categories of lights. Pixels are generally ugly and meant to be installed in channels for permanent lighting. Pucks are ready to install with no channels needed. LED strips can be purchased with weatherproof coatings, but channels are always recommended for aesthetics and protection. You'll also need to decide if you want lights facing outward, known as direct lighting because you can see the LEDs directly, or downlighting, which is really indirect lighting because the LEDs illuminate your house. The spreadsheet also includes the voltage of the strings, the spacing of the lights, the number of LEDs per light, which is helpful for redundancy to mitigate failures, attachment options, warranty information, and pros and cons of each solution. I'll defer my pricing until the end of the video and explain my rating system to determine my top picks. OLO is a professionally installed product that has a DIY option if you want to install it yourself. OLO has round pixels with 2 36-volt LEDs spaced 9 inches apart. OLO is based in Colorado, and they are the most expensive brand in this review. But they have a great 5-year warranty and the most flexible installation options. They offer aluminum or acrylic channels in a wide variety of colors that can be installed facing out or down. ShowHome Lighting is a Canadian company that provides high-end downlighting kits designed for do-it-yourselfers. Their lights are round with 3 12-volt LEDs spaced 7.5 inches apart. They offer 4 colors of hat-style aluminum channels and use RGBW pixels for real white accent lighting. The most unique thing about ShowHome is that each pixel has its own male and female connectors. That means there's no splicing during installation, and it's trivial to replace bad pixels. ShowHome comes with a 5-year warranty and uses WLED so you can easily integrate it with other lights and props in your display. Everlights is based in Utah, and they have the most unique style of pixel in this review. These 5-volt pixels are spaced 9 inches apart and can face out or down, come in RGB or solid white, and they're so thin they can be installed directly in gutters or under existing drip edge or soffit trim without needing additional channels. Everlight sent me a short sample string so that I can get a hands-on look at the pixels and verify that they work with WLED. I installed them in a sample piece of vinyl gutter to see how they'd look. These lights are so small and well hidden that they're virtually invisible when the lights are off. Everlight's RGB pixels are WS2815 style, which means they have a backup data channel for redundancy. Without geeking out, just know that a backup data channel can prevent you from losing half your lights on Christmas Eve if one pixel burns out. If you don't want to drill holes in your existing trim, they sell pre-drilled aluminum trims in 13 different colors. The white lights have an outstanding 15-year warranty, regardless of who installs them. The RGB lights have a 5-year warranty only if the company installs them. Otherwise, DIYers get a disappointing 1-year warranty. Bright home lights are professional-looking lights similar to ShowHome, but spaced closer and much better priced. The company sent me a couple of light strings and channels for this demonstration. These are 12-volt round pixels with 3 LEDs each, and they're spaced 4 inches apart. They're designed to be installed facing down. Each string of 10 pixels fits neatly in a 1-meter section of pre-drilled aluminum channel. These are RGBW pixels, meaning they have a real white LED in addition to RGB. That means you can either have cool white or warm white for your accent lighting when you're not decorating with holiday colors. They use 2-part aluminum channels so you can install the bottom with screws and then snap on the top with the lights. That means you can unsnap the channel to replace a bad string with no tools at all. The channels come in 3 stock colors, or they can be custom painted at the factory to match your house. Bright home lights come with a 3-year warranty, and their controller uses WLED, so you can incorporate them into larger lighting displays. Govee makes the best-selling, most goof-proof permanent holiday lights that anyone can install, regardless of skill level. These are puck-style lights, intended to be installed facing down, and they don't require a channel. The only downside is that the wires are visible between the pucks. They were originally only available in white, but Govee released a Pro version in October 2023 that comes in white or black. The Pro also adds separate warm white and cool white LEDs for accent lighting, and it includes an easy splicing kit for non-techies. Govee sent me both of these sets to do a detailed comparison video, which you'll find linked in the description. Each light has a peel and stick adhesive back that makes it trivial to install, but physical clips are recommended to keep them in place for the long term. The original Govee kits have 12 lights per 5-meter string, but the Pros only have 10. They're intended to be installed under your soffits a few inches from the house so they cast a bright, focused cone of light on the wall. Some people don't like the look, but the cones and shadows are what make Govee lights unique. Both versions run on 36 volts, come with a 1-year warranty, and use the same Govee app for easy integration with other Govee lights. I was able to hack the original RGB lights for use with WLED, but I couldn't get the Pros to work with it. If you're looking for the fastest and easiest way to get permanent Christmas lights on your house, check out Govee before they sell out. Now, if you're not happy with any of the commercial products already mentioned, you can certainly save a little bit of money and go with an extreme DIY approach by sourcing your own pixel strings, power supply, and any WLED controller. Bullet pixels are a very popular option. They come in 5 volts or 12 volts, typically with 3-inch spacing, and they can be installed facing out or down. You can make your own track from metal studs or vinyl J-channel, but it's much easier to buy Permatrack from Dr. Z's with the holes already drilled. If you want even higher pixel density, you can go with RGB pixel strips instead of strings. LED strips are usually installed facing out for the brightest impact. And now there are a plethora of pixel densities available, but 30 pixels per meter is typical for this purpose. Although you can get strips with a weatherproof coating, aluminum channels with diffusers are highly recommended to keep them protected and make them invisible during the day. I'm personally not a fan of highly dense pixels on a house. I think they have the tendency to look a little more like a Vegas strip club than holiday lighting, but that's purely my opinion. Okay, let's talk about costs. My spreadsheet has all the prices and data used to calculate the metrics in my scoring. Whenever possible, I tried to price the kits based on 100 feet of lights. Read the notes in the spreadsheet to see if they come with a power supply, controllers, and supplies. Sometimes they don't. To create a level playing field, I started with the most common metric to compare lighting costs, the price per foot. These vary widely from around $3 a foot for the Govee original lights to more than $23 a foot for OLO. OLO and ShowHome were definitely the outliers for high prices, so I colored those red. The 3 lowest costs were colored green, and the middle of the field was colored yellow. This color scheme will be important for my scoring, which I'll describe in a minute. The next metric I calculated was the cost per light. Once again, OLO and ShowHome were the highest, so I colored them red. LED strips, bullet pixels, and bright home lights were the cheapest per light, so I put them as green, and the rest were colored yellow. Next, I added a couple of subjective metrics that are purely based on my opinion alone. If you disagree with any of my ratings, please feel free to leave a comment and convince me otherwise. First, I judged the difficulty of installation as 1 for easiest to 3 for hardest. Since bullet pixels and LED strips are completely custom solutions, I rank them 3s for the toughest installation. The Govee options are undoubtedly the easiest, and all others are the middle of the road. Next, I judge them by appearance. Again, I admit this is highly subjective. For appearance, I personally don't care for the look of LED strips on a house for holiday lighting, so I ranked it the worst. My favorites were Everlights, Bright Home, and ShowHome as having the best appearance, with the rest being average. To come up with an overall score, I came up with a point system where each green earned 2 points, each yellow earned 1, and red got nothing. But since appearance is most important in my book, I tripled the points there. So then I added all the points together to create a score, and I ranked the lights in the following order. The lowest score with 4 points was a tie between OLO for being the most expensive and LED strips for being a challenging installation and my least favorite visually. Bullet pixels scored slightly better with 6 points, followed by ShowHome with 7. Both versions of the Govee lights tied for third place with 8 points because they're relatively inexpensive and trivial to install. Second place goes to Everlights with 9 points for looking awesome, but they are definitely on the expensive side. That means my top pick in terms of value, appearance, and installation goes to Bright Home Lights with a score of 10 points. Although they cost twice as much as Govee per foot, the cost is actually lower per light, and that's including aluminum channels, which look much better than Govee's exposed wires. So for the money, my top 3 are Bright Home Lights for the best professional looking lights, Everlights if you want the cleanest aesthetic and minimal architectural impact, and Govee permanent lights if you want the easiest installation and don't mind seeing the wires. Okay, so what do you think of my rankings? And what do you want to learn more about? Just leave me a comment and let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Hey there, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon to be the first to know when new videos are posted. Look for HandyDadTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and visit the website HandyDadTV for more great ideas and information.